and all that. 10 minutes, Ayodia Backman, from UP and Afis to Wankase Muono. How do you see the 2026 budget and other matters? 10 minutes, Ayodia.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. As I come, I mean, chair, for an pay. And I'm there. Budget, you know, able to mention in isolation. That's the budget, 2026 budget, without making reference to any other thing around it. You can also look at it in relation to BBAFB as a nation. When NDC took over, the kind of economy in the war, and in Zama also there, ma etum na yegina ye. This year budget now, the focus of the budget was to stabilize the situation. It was like more or less a stability budget, because in a situation, I mean, marker there, NPP, they left us with kwashiorkor economy. Kwashiorkor economy in the sense there, economy we were borrowing excessively. You borrow pass, can you find more serious here? So the sikana na you borrow na taxes here raising, mainly for consumption and corruption. Sika also there as no kuzin kofu pi unkutokum. In Zama also there yazi no yemfa yema no ho mban foso. But that ma bobo se na easy. And also we bro na easy instead of able dua na nyamo. Nti na bosa na ebo no dam not. Now so we had a lot of wasteful expenditure. Wasteful, like the almighty National Cathedral, $97 million. Are you wasting? Are you wastes? You waste you do time at the time and able to be that economy. So because of that, you know, my economy is so fair. And in all the indicators are on my the economy so or tap one or yara. Actually indicators in your not the economy or your actually inflation, actually exchange rate, actually interest rate, actually a cow debt overhang to the extent today, DDEP. So the economy was not in good shape at all. That is why I come IMF for the into one more. Now, when you are giving such an economy, the first thing you do in order to stabilize the economy. In Tabasha, this year budget, not a very tight budget. The focus was to make sure that we stabilize the macroeconomic environment. And that's what the government did. In Tabasha, the results were so far. If you read the budget, you will read the actual results so far. They've been able to stabilize the economy to a very large extent. So if you be beefy bears, I don't as a power. Then now was in next year budget. Now, according to Finance Minister, also the focus of the budget once again is to also continue to consolidate the gains make or macroeconomic environment, to make sure that inflation is still good. Interest rate is still good, exchange rate is still good, and all that, which is also good, because if and you're careful, when I say you wouldn't fido, let's say put a baby for fra, or say you throw the economy into a state of this equilibrium again. Into my bayani there, or say there as you do. That's what the minister. My understanding, if you read the budget, the understanding I get from the budget is that they still want to consolidate the gains they made in the macroeconomic environment. Then also was in Zambia to expand the economy. People should be very careful when you are talking about budgeting and you see, when you have a situation, baby, if you bear in, we can't leapfrog. We need to move gradually. And so if you want to move gradually with the management of the economy, you don't do things like and you're overly ambitious. Also, they tread cautiously. In Tiasha, now they are focusing on, because they want to expand the economy a bit to now create jobs, to open up and create jobs for the youth. Now they want to focus on agriculture. Okay, they want to also focus on the big push, construction, road construction mainly. They also want to focus on industry. Okay, now they are saying that energy sector too, they are going to do serious investment there. It's a gradual process, isn't it? Because if you're able to have a good energy, it's also obesity energy, obesity thermal plant, new one, in terms of capacity, in terms of or bigger than what Akosomo gives us. If they're able to do that, to push, to power the economy, So that's what I'm saying. A budget is intentions, what you want to do. But as whether Ibutumaya is also another altogether. But actually, the intentions expressed in the budget are good. Now, I'm going to say, actually, you see, it's a very good budget. Because one, or solve the kwashiorkor problem. No? So I have termed this budget as a balanced diet budget. When you have a kwashiorkor situation, you need a balanced diet to change the kwashiorkor to healthy economy.
Kessben
so this budget is balanced diet budget. Now, but if you consider where we should have been or where we could have been, given what we have as a nation now, I will tell you, we have a long way to go, Kojo. We still have a long way to go. Because, I mean, given the potential of this country, I don't think this is the kind of budget we should have. This is the kind of growth we should have. But maybe if no one might also say, careful. Now, if we're able to invest heavily in agriculture, you know what is going to happen in terms of, apart from job creation, if you focus on exports, the inflows, the government can generate revenue there and all that. The same with industry. The big push is also very important. But the big push, I expect them there. Now, that Accra Kumasi Express Road, in you before, we have a different view. And we have expressed it openly.
Okay.
That it should be done by a private sector. We need to have a private investor to do that.
And not government,
yes,
right?
We should take that pressure from our budget.
So it wouldn't be a GOG
Yeah,
thing.
so that burden should be lifted from our budget. Private investor, BOT, let the person do it. If that is what is happening all over, or if you go to around the world.
You build, operate, and transfer.
Yes, so that, you see, when the private man comes in, the benefit is that too, you pressure if you budget, that money in Kessben, now you can use it to do feeder routes, urban routes, and inner routes. Because I know you can't toll them. Do you get it? But the one that can be told, the private sector may. One, the private sector, yeah. Because it will take, let's say, 30 years was a recoup, we'll make sure that in terms of quality, a high quality road. Because they want on a private man putting his money on your corrupt, on 30% to be offense, on your inferior or shoddy work. But obey a high quality road. So that 30 years time, so you use road anyway, and that's 20 years time, depending on agreements here, but the road now becomes the property of the country. So that is where anyone in Adrian on CP. Two, yes, the debt in the energy sector, the IPPs, economize the IPPs, yes, why wouldn't the government also consider debt equity swap? Could you, Mr. Mintumuntia, but more company or potential. Mr. Kojo Mintumuntia work now, a call Mazunino, Mazemo, if it constitutes, let's say, 20% of my company no worth, then I will make you 30% part owner of my company. Now, if I make you 30% part owner of my company, I'll be a part owner of the company. Company, you join on your profit, we share the profit accordingly. Now, I will give you a table and a chair in the company. Now, you become part of management, you become part of board. So that together, then we can manage the company. Now, with the private sector involvement, that inflated figures are so sourcing inflated figures that will become a thing of the past. Now, because me are concerned, I'll make sure that the right things are done in the company so that we can share profits along so able to IPPs or IPPs will be enjoying the profits of the company. These are areas if the government should have considered other alternatives like our proposal. But as I said, this budget, if they succeed in stabilizing or consolidating the macroeconomic environment, it is good for the business. You see, Kojo, last 4 years, what the business community went through should never happen again. I mean, a businessman is going to take a loan of 35 to 40%. When you have inflation of over 20%, when you have exchange rate of over 15, 16%, certainly if you're a businessman, you can't breathe. you can't even take loan to even do business or expand your business. So what it means is that now that all these figures have come down, I expect the business community to take advantage of it. Are you getting it? Now we the only way we can expand this economy and create jobs is through the private sector.
Yeah.
The government doesn't have the capacity as a public sector to employ more people. So now, one, tax is also good. On the way taxes is also good for the business community. We need to still look at the issue of interest rate. I believe that it is still not competitive, given what is happening in the sub-region. Ivory Coast, Togo, they have single-digit interest rates. South Africa, Botswana, Rwanda, all of them have single-digit interest rate.
Okay.
So if we are able to bring interest rate down,
okay.
I had the opportunity to speak to the finance minister on one of the stations this Saturday. Okay. And he told me that the focus is to make sure they get interest rate, single-digit interest rate in the long run. Okay. So if you're able to do that, it will help all of us.
All right.
Because the business community can now breathe. They can now take cheaper loan, establish businesses, expand businesses, employ more people, and that is how the economy will grow. So for me, yes, I believe the focus should also be like let me say this. Yeah, you see, our economy depends on commodities that the prices we don't determine. Gold, cocoa, and those things.
Yes.
Yeah. So what it means is that now anytime we have a shift or dislocation or price fluctuations in the price of those commodities, we can suffer. That's what we call external shock. Now, to be able to build shock absorbers, we need to focus. That is why I said I'm happy with some of the things they said they want to do with agriculture and industry. If you focus on export drive and also import substitution, which I see in the budget, even though the amount allocated is not that much. That's why I'm saying that we need to be very careful so that we don't overrun and get an accident along the way. But you see, any Professor Kessben, but let me say this: that when it comes to the issue of budget, we are so much concerned about how much we are getting. What is the point in raising revenue, maybe getting some wild revenue, when the people who are managing the economy will steal the revenue or misuse the revenue? So if you have 10 and you can use it properly, it's better than getting 20 and people stealing it for their private use. So so we'll come back again.
Yeah, definitely. May I say a Backman and I would turn and carry out